I've never been a fan of history and especially the history textbooks that are taught in schools. These textbooks are severely mellowed down in order to make everybody happy. In fact, when I really learned about India's history, it was thanks to this book, History of India as It Happened, Not as It Has Been Written by Francois Gautier. Now, as I went through this book, it's a nice hardbound book. It really talks about what happened in India's history and what did these kings and whoever ruled India for several centuries, what exactly went down. Now, after I read this book, I started to understand this country better. And this is one of the reasons why I end up getting upset about the way we celebrate our kings. The government of Karnataka wants to celebrate the birthday of the great king, Tipu Sultan. Now, I cannot deny that Tipu Sultan was a great king. He was. He did do a lot for development of Mysore, and he did do a lot as a king for his people. But celebrating his birthday is something that is always going to disappoint me every year. One argument that people make is that Tipu Sultan did, in fact, fight the British and he was the first freedom fighter of India. Now, being the first freedom fighter of India is not an accomplishment, and saying that India was India as it is today, back when Tipu Sultan fought against the British, is incorrect. Tipu Sultan was the person who looked after Mysore, and Mysore was not a part of India for many years after, in fact, the death of Tipu Sultan. Only in the 20th century did Mysore actually become an integral part of India, and of course, the great Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was responsible for making Mysore as a part of India. So, calling Tipu Sultan as the first freedom fighter against the British is incorrect. Yes, the British did want to take over his territory, but just like any other king, when a hostile invasion is going to happen, you will fight against that hostile invasion. This is not something special about Tipu Sultan. Alexander the Great has done it, and numerous kings in the past have fought against hostile invasions. What disappoints me is that we ignore the awful crimes that Tipu Sultan has done for the people of Mysore. That is the massacre of countless Mandya Mayangars during the Deepavali season is something that we ignore in history altogether. The massacre of the Kurgi people by Tipu Sultan is also something that we ignore. And what I find funny is people deny that these incidents actually happened. But denial doesn't change history. For example, I can say that the cover of this book is black. Okay. But if you deny and say that no, the cover of this book is pink, that doesn't change anything. The cover of this book is still going to be freaking black. So you're going to say that Tipu Sultan was only doing good things, and you're going to completely sideline the fact that he massacred so many people. That is something which I do not find appealing. And when the government decides to celebrate the birthday of a person who massacred my people, I'm a Mandya Mayangar, by the way, and of course the Kurgi people as well, that is something that is, of course, going to get me upset. And you should not glorify someone who's committed so much of massacre in history and delete that from, of course, textbooks and everything else. This is the debate that happens every year, and I do not understand why so many people deny that this ever happened in history. To conclude, know that the history that you've been taught in your high school and all since then has been grossly inaccurate. The Mughals were not the nicest of people, even though your textbook says that they were very nice people. In fact, they have committed so many crimes against humanity. We all tend to delete that from the textbooks. And I'm not just particularly focusing on the Mughals here. Even there have been many other kings as well in India's history who committed many crimes against humanity, which has not been added into our textbooks. So know your history well and decide whose birthday you exactly want to celebrate. This is like saying the person Hitler is, in fact, you should celebrate his birthday. If I'm not mistaken, it's on the 20th of April. You need to celebrate his birthday because he united Germany. Think about that. And if you really feel that you should go with celebrating his birthday, then fine, go ahead, celebrate Tipu Sultan's birthday as well. I'm not comparing the two, I'm saying that they both are in similar circumstances. So thank you for listening to me. I am not going to apologize if I've hurt your feelings. History is history, fact is fact. If you're going to be in denial, hey, I can't help you there. So thank you for listening to me. Do like, share, and subscribe. See you guys. Bye.